The amazing stories about Ma Liang and his magic paintbrush traveled far beyond the small village into distant lands. Merchants and travelers whispered about a boy who could paint anything and make it come to life with just one stroke. These rumors eventually reached the ears of a powerful and greedy mandarin who ruled over the entire province with cruelty. The mandarin sat in his luxurious palace, surrounded by gold and silk, but his greedy heart always wanted even more wealth. When he heard about the magic paintbrush, his small eyes lit up with desire, and he immediately wanted it for himself. He called his soldiers and commanded them to find the boy with the magic brush and bring him to the palace at once. The soldiers rode their horses fast through the countryside, searching every village until they finally found young Ma Liang. They grabbed the frightened boy roughly and dragged him away from his home, taking him to face the terrible, greedy mandarin. The soldiers brought Ma Liang before the greedy mandarin, who stared at the young boy with cold and calculating cruel eyes. The mandarin demanded that Ma Liang paint him mountains of gold and rivers of silver to make him the richest man alive. But brave Ma Liang refused to use his precious gift for such a selfish and greedy man who only cared about himself. The mandarin's face turned red with terrible anger, and he screamed at his guards to lock Ma Liang in the dark dungeon. The guards threw Ma Liang into a cold, dark prison cell with stone walls and iron bars, leaving him alone in the darkness. But Ma Liang still had his magic paintbrush hidden safely in his clothes, and the mandarin did not know about this secret. In the darkness of the cell, Ma Liang painted a small door on the wall, and it became real, allowing him to escape outside. The mandarin discovered Ma Liang had escaped and flew into a rage, ordering all his soldiers to capture the boy once again. The soldiers searched everywhere and eventually captured Ma Liang again, bringing him back to the furious, greedy mandarin. This time, the mandarin threatened to hurt the innocent villagers if Ma Liang continued to refuse his demands for gold. Ma Liang knew he had to protect his village friends, so he pretended to finally agree to paint whatever the mandarin wanted. But secretly, in his clever mind, Ma Liang was already forming a smart plan to defeat the evil mandarin once and for all. He told the mandarin that he would paint a magical golden mountain filled with more treasure than anyone could ever imagine. The greedy mandarin's eyes grew wide with excitement and greed, and he eagerly agreed to let Ma Liang paint his treasure. Ma Liang requested to paint outside, where he had more space, and the mandarin quickly granted permission, wanting his gold fast. As they walked outside together, Ma Liang smiled quietly to himself, knowing his clever trap was about to finally begin. Ma Liang stood before a large, empty wall and began to paint a vast, beautiful blue sea stretching far into the horizon. Then he painted a magnificent island far away in the middle of the sea, covered with sparkling gold and shining treasures. The greedy mandarin stared at the golden island with hungry eyes and demanded a boat to sail across and collect his riches. Ma Liang painted a large wooden ship on the calm water, and the mandarin immediately climbed aboard with his greedy soldiers. As the ship sailed toward the treasure island, the mandarin laughed with joy, imagining all the gold he would soon possess. But then, Ma Liang raised his magic paintbrush again and began painting dark storm clouds gathering quickly across the sky. Huge waves rose from the sea, and violent winds howled as Ma Liang painted the most terrible storm the world had ever seen. The ship was tossed and swallowed by the giant waves, and the greedy mandarin disappeared forever beneath the raging dark sea. With the greedy mandarin gone forever, peace finally returned to the land, and all the villagers could live without any fear. Ma Liang returned to his beloved home village, where everyone welcomed him back as a true hero with cheers and warm hugs. He continued using his magic paintbrush to help anyone in need, painting tools for farmers and medicine for the sick people. The poor village slowly transformed into a beautiful, prosperous town with strong houses, green fields, and happy, healthy families. Children from the village often gathered around Ma Liang, watching with amazement as he created wonderful things from simple brushstrokes. Ma Liang taught them that true happiness comes not from gold or power, but from kindness and helping others with generous hearts. Years passed, and Ma Liang grew into a wise young man, but he never forgot the lesson the immortal elder had taught him. And so, the legend of the boy with the magic paintbrush lived on forever, inspiring goodness in hearts for generations to come.